I don't know what's the matter with him. Every time I try and put him down for a nap, he just wakes up again.
Look, why don't you let me have TJ? I can keep an eye on him and you can go and see Terry.
And why do I want to see Terry?
Well, to patch things up, of course.
No way! I'm not the one who's been acting like a big kid, pretending he's at work when he's not, smoking when he shouldn't. I've taken my responsibilities seriously, and it's about time Terry did as well.
Come and tell your grandma I love you. Hello.
Voilà, monsieur. Le chicken curry avec le rice de basmati. Compliments of the beautiful Vivian.
Thanks, mate, but I'm not hungry.
What? Tastes as good as it smells. I should know. I've already had 2 helpings.
When's Dawn coming home?
She didn't say.
Maybe I should give her a bell.
No, give her time to cool off. Things will soon be back to normal.
I don't think things will ever be back to normal.
Of course they will, mate.
Is this all you've got?
Well, no one's forcing you to buy it.
Well, haven't you just got shampoo rather than this 2-in-1 rubbish?
No, we've run out. Having some delivered on Monday. Aren't you? Looks as if you ran out of shampoo a while ago. So another couple of days' wait won't hurt, will it?
Oh. Hello.
Oh, we were just talking about you.
Were you?
Yeah, we're going for a drink later and we wondered if you'd like to join us.
Well, thanks for the invitation, but actually I've got something planned for tonight.
And she won't be staying in to wash her hair.
Well, I'd best be getting along. Things to do. Don't forget it's a 1 o'clock start.
Oh, don't worry, I won't forget.
Right. I'll see you there then.
I've looked at this again. If you're going to secure the contract, it's probably best that we put in the same bid as last time.
You can't do that. You need to put a higher quote in.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I mean, at least bring it in with the rate of inflation.
Yes, I know, but we've been in a lot of trouble with the council recently.
Yeah, which wasn't our fault.
Thank you for pointing that
Hello,
out.
take haulage.
Although the council don't really care about who's to blame.
So if we don't keep the quote low, we risk losing the contract.
And what's the point in keeping it if you're not going to make a healthy profit on it? Chris would have said exactly the same thing.
All right, I'll increase it.
You're not going to like this.
What?
That was Customs and Excise. They've impounded one of our wagons for using red diesel.
Great. Well, that's all we need.
Oh, a fine on top of everything else.
Yes, unless they find it in the rest of the fleet. And then it's a prison sentence.
All right. Not been long now before our cane's out.
Yeah, hope you don't get into another fight.
Oh, so do I, Sammy, love, because if he gets into any more scraps, he'll be spending more time inside than our charity.
The lad will behave himself. He knows he's needed at home.
Hey, don't you get him involved in this business with Scott. That lad's been in enough trouble lately to last him a lifetime.
Did I mention Scott Fleming Windsor?
This family deserves a bit of peace and quiet. Let sleeping dogs lie, Zach. Do you hear me?
Scott ain't got a dog.
Aye. Well, I've no intentions of stirring things up.
Well, you better not, because if you two end up behind bars, don't think I'm going to come visiting you.
Never fear, love. I'll be good as gold. Besides, I don't need to lift a finger against Scott Windsor. Not now someone else has got it in for him. I'm happy to sit back and enjoy the show. Hey, right? Go on.
Laura! I wasn't expecting you till this evening. In fact, after my pathetic attempt to cook dinner last night, I quite wondered if you would ever speak to me again.
Oh, don't be silly. Of course I'm going to speak to you.
Even though that was quite possibly the worst meal you've ever had.
Yeah, well, it wasn't the worst meal. Seth cooked a really horrible curry once, and I ended up with my head in a bucket all week.
Well, next time I promise to cook you something worthy of the naked chef.
Right, well, I'm not here on a social call.
You're not?
No, I'm here in a purely professional capacity.
I don't quite follow.
I'm here to clean, Ashley.
You're not going to continue cleaning here now that we're...
Well, it's my job. And anyway, business is business, and, you know, pleasure's pleasure.
And never the twain shall meet?
Well, not between now and 3 o'clock.
Very well. If that's how you want it to be, I'm not going to argue. You are still coming round for dinner later, though, aren't you?
Well, actually, I'm taking you out for dinner.
You are?
My treat.
I can't allow you to pay.
I insist. Fair's fair. You could last night.
If you could call it that.
So it's my turn tonight. I still can't believe how lucky I am.
What do you mean?
Well, this time last week, all I had to look forward to was fish fingers for one in front of the telly. Now look. Dinner with my boyfriend. 2 nights in a row.
No, Laurel, I'm the lucky one. So, where are we dining this evening?
Well, nowhere special, just a wall pack.
It's fine by me.
And we're double dating.
Really?
Yeah, with Nicola and Simon.
Oh. That should be very enjoyable.
I just thought I'd check in to see how you were doing. That bad, eh?
She's walked out on me.
I know. She'll be back.
Not so sure.
After what you two have been through, I'd be more worried if she didn't throw the occasional wobbly.
Yeah, well, that's all we seem to do lately. Row. We used to be able to talk about anything.
So what stopped you from talking now?
Oh, I don't know. Everything. It's me. I'm scared. I'm scared that I'm going to have another stroke. I'm scared that if I go to sleep, I won't wake up. And I'm wondering if I do, is this as good as it gets? I waited my whole life to be a father and husband. I feel cheated. And most of all, I'm scared that Don will never look at me that way again. For this.
Have you told her that?
Right, I'm gonna go and sign for this wagon in Hutton. Do you want me to come with you? No, I need someone to stay at the yard and keep an eye on the place.
How do?
I don't believe it. I don't frankly believe it. I want a word with you.
Oh,
You think you're clever, don't you?
what are you talking about?
Someone has put red diesel in one of our trucks.
Red diesel, eh? Well, that's a good one. Well, whoever's behind that's craftier than the Scarlet Pimpernel.
I know it was you.
I'd like to claim credit for it, but I can't.
I'm warning you for the very last time. You stay away from our vehicles, or you'll end up with a trip to hospital.
You looking for another good hiding, sunshine?
Hey, all right, hey. Let's calm down, shall we?
Oh, aye, that's right. He does your fighting for you.
Shouldn't you be on your way to Otten?
Yeah. You make sure he stays away from the yard.
Get your lucky hands off me.
Oh, come on now. There's no need for this.
If I hadn't have made a promise to my wife this morning, I'd have chinned the pair of you then. And I'll tell you something, I don't fancy your chances when our Kane gets out of Nick.
Well, why don't you let me know his release date, and I'll be sure to tie a yellow ribbon around the old oak tree.
How come a lad like you has ended up Scott Windsor's stooge?
I must have been in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Dad,
If it's money or the car, the answer's no.
did anyone ever tell you you've got a suspicious mind?
Yes, and I've always suspected they had an ulterior motive for telling me that.
It's pointless talking to you when you're in this sort of
Oh,
mood.
come on, Princess, come here. Come and tell your old dad what's bothering you.
What do you think about Simon?
Simon? Well, he's a good catch. You're not, are you?
Dad, credit me with a bit of sense.
Well, I seem to remember someone once pretending that she was pregnant so that she could get her own way.
Well, I was younger then. The situation was completely different.
Ah,
So, what do you think of him?
seriously? Well, I'm very pleased you're going out with someone like him.
What do you mean, someone like him?
Well, he's good company, he's dependable.
I never thought I'd end up with someone dependable.
Oh, you think you've ended up with him, dear?
Well, no, that's not what I meant.
Ah.
You know, I didn't mean end up as in, ending up with him.
Oh, ah. And who are you trying to convince, Nicola? Me or you?
Well, fresh air finally did the trick, did it?
Yes.
Never failed with my Scott. Donna, on the other hand, was a completely different story. Listen, Dawn, I know Terry shouldn't have lied to you.
You're too right, he shouldn't have.
Well, for a man like Terry, losing his job, it probably hit him really hard.
I'm his wife. He should have been able to talk to me about it.
He's a proud man. He probably was too ashamed to admit that he couldn't provide for his family. Why don't you go and speak to him?
For the last time.
What are you doing home so early?
I'll come and get one of these. I've got to go into Hotton. One of the vans has been impounded, so I've got to go and sign for it.
Can I come with you?
Yeah, if you want, yeah.
You don't mind keeping an eye on TJ for me, do you?
Well, shouldn't you go and talk to him?
Thank you. Might squeeze in a bit of retail therapy while we're there.
What, again? What time will you be back?
If I had to listen to one more lecture from your mum, I think I would have exploded.
Seatbelt.
It's like Terry having this stroke has turned him into some sort of a saint that can do no wrong. But he's so stubborn, he does my head in. Won't let me help him. Everything has to be done his way. I don't get a say in any of it.
Yeah, well, he's probably used to people depending on him, not the other way around. Can't be easy for him.
Yeah, but everybody forgets that I've had a tough time too. Looking after him in TJ is a full-time job, you know. I've been nothing more than a nurse and a born-again virgin since I had the baby. You try going without for 5 months, see how much patience you've got by the end of it.
5 months, eh? Well, if you've run out of petrol, go easy on me.
What's keeping Laurel?
Well, if she's anything like this one, she'll try on a dozen outfits before deciding that the first one looks best after all.
Well, she did mention she was going into town to buy something to wear. Perhaps she's late getting back.
Can I get you folks some other round?
Oh, yeah, please. Same again?
I think perhaps I'll wait until Laurel arrives.
Oh, no need. Here she is.
Hiya! Sorry I'm late.
You're going to stand me up.
Oh, I would never do that.
You look lovely.
Yeah, she was auditioning for the Sound of Music.
What's with the mood? Have you put your thumb on back to front again?
Get off you.
Another pint, please, Louise, love, when you're ready.
Yeah, sure.
You'll never guess what happened to me today.
Oh, if it's bad news, I don't want to hear it.
Well, if that's your attitude, I'm saying nothing.
Well, I want to know. Well, tell us about it, then.
Cheers.
Oh, come on, Zach, spit it out.
Right, have you read a chew here, then? It seems that someone has been putting red diesel in Tate Trash wagons.
You mean you have that?
No, Sammy lad, but that Scott thinks I have.
Swear to me it wasn't you.
I swear on our Shadrach's life it wasn't me.
Oh, that's it. If you're swearing on his life, then it must have been you.
All right, then I swear on Sammy's.
Eh? Well, if it wasn't you, then who was it?
Hey, maybe it's somebody we know. Someone in here.
But it wouldn't be anyone in here, Sammy, love.
I've racked my brains trying to figure it out. And I've no idea who's doing it. But I'll tell you something, if I met him, I'd offer my hand to shake and buy him a pint.
Well, that's all very well. But Scott thinks it's you. Whoever's behind this might be setting you up to take the fall for them.
I never thought about that.
Oh, that's your trouble, you never do.
3 hours ago, and she's not back yet. But if they've only gone into Hotton, what can we keep in? Yeah, I've got to go, Viva. Yeah. Well, bye.
Jimmy buttons up, will you?
Yep, certainly. As you're all dressed up, why don't we go over the road for a pint, eh?
Oh, thanks, but I'm going to see Dawn.
Don't you think it'd be best to wait till the morning? Let the dust settle a bit?
No, I want to see her tonight. I don't want her sitting over your place thinking that I don't care. How'd it look?
Like the next James Bond.
gin and tonic, please, Louise.
I hope I didn't embarrass you earlier talking about my non-existent sex life.
Ah, don't worry about it. You can talk to me about anything you want. Anyway, I'm not so far off the 5-month mark myself.
I don't believe you.
Yeah, tell me about it. I don't believe it either. I'm young and fit and going to waste.
Well, it's a scandal.
It's an outrage.
It is nice to know I'm not the only one being neglected.
So now you know. What are you going to do about it?
What do you mean?
Well, you're going to go out clubbing, have some fun. You know, once a week, dancing around your handbag. Never did anyone any harm, did it? In fact, it's what I do most Friday nights.
Oh, yeah?
You've just got to tell Terry that it's what you want. And it's non-negotiable.
Well, I think I might. Thanks for listening.
My pleasure. Anytime you want a babysitter, you can call my mum.
I'm not interrupting anything, am I?
No. No, not at all.
Seems my dinner date cancelled, and maybe I could join you for that drink after all.
We'd love you to.
Hope you're not going to do that in public all the time. Next, you'll be having matching tattoos, and I expect I'll find you snogging in the bus shelter.
Oh, Stephanie.
Terry!
Hiya.
You look very smart.
Oh, I thought I'd make the effort. You know. Where is she? Having a lie down?
No, she hasn't got back yet. She went to Houghton shopping with Scott.
Shopping? For what?
Well, you know us girls, nothing cheers us up more than a bit of retail therapy.
You mean I've been sat by the phone all day waiting on her to call and she's been out gallivanting round the shops? I don't know why I'm bothered. She obviously isn't.
Oh, don't think I can eat another thing.
Neither can I, love. Mine tried to bite me back.
Yes, I'm afraid my main course wasn't quite what it should have been either.
You mean edible?
Right then, well, let's look at the dessert, see if there's anything you fancy. What do you reckon, Nicola?
It's not the dessert she fancies, it's me. Isn't that right, sweet cheeks?
Excuse me, I'm just going to the little cow's room.
Hey, Princess. Excuse me. You're not having a good time?
Oh, it's a riot.
Well, the others seem to be enjoying themselves.
It's like having dinner with the Waltons.
Conversation too wholesome for you, is it? Still, it could be worse, you know.
Oh, yeah, how?
You could be having dinner with the Dingles.
Here, I thought you might want to have a look at these. Here.
It's all Greek to me. Chuck it in the back and I'll show it to the college boy tomorrow. Good work, our kid.
Thanks. I'll be glad when all this business is over. I hate all this cloak and dagger stuff.
Well, not long to go now before it's a done deal.
That Zach Dingle's a good bloke. I almost feel sorry for him.
Are you going soft, lad?
I said I almost feel sorry for him.
Yeah, well, don't get too cosy with the locals.
What, does that include the girls?
Do you ever have a thought that doesn't start in your kecks? We're here to do a job, remember?
I know.
Well, don't you forget it. Or I'll give you an eye to match that.
Did you have to hit me so hard?
Had to make it look real, didn't I? Anyway, hero, I'm sure it improved your chances with that barmaid no end.
You know, there's really no need to alter the way you dress for me.
I just thought I should wear something a bit more appropriate for a vicar's girlfriend.
Anyone who meets you can see there's nothing inappropriate about you, Laurel. Edna, good evening.
Vicar, Laurel, come along, Tootsie.
For a moment there, I thought Mrs. Birch was going to tell us off.
No, I believe we've just been granted Edna's approval.
I had a lovely time, thank you. Oh! Terry! Oh, my God, what's happened?
Terry, you all right? Don't touch me!
He's only trying to help you. You hurt. I'm really sorry. what's going on? Why won't you let me help you? You let Siobhan help you, talk to her. Why do you always push me away?
Because I feel so useless in front of you. I don't want you looking at me like I were an invalid. An old man.
Don't look at you like that.
Don't you? Seeing you with Scott. That's the sort of life you should be leading. It's the first time I heard you laugh since I had the stroke.
What's the matter with you this evening?
Nothing.
And why have you got a face like a bulldog chewing a wasp?
Well, maybe I just can't keep up with you and your rock and roll nights on the Raz with the vicar.
He's a nice bloke, Ashley. Hey, you never know. Might prove useful in the future.
What do you mean?
Well, with all the sinful ways you've been leading me into, I might need someone to put in a word with the man upstairs for us.
Are you saying I'm a bad influence on you?
Most definitely.
Good. I'm glad to hear it.
My life's here with you and TJ. Why would I want to go anywhere else?
You can't be happy chained to me. You deserve the best of everything. I can't even provide the basics.
Money is not a problem. We'll get by.
Yeah, well, it's not just money that you've been missing out on, is it?
Look, that's not important.
Used to be.
And it will be again. The main thing is we're together.
Don't. Do I disgust you?
How can you say that? I love you.
I'm sorry, love. I didn't mean to shut you out.